during our meeting last December. In short, what I mean is that it's the board that decided that the board should and must have this meeting in January. May I first welcome you all to this meeting by wishing each and every one of us a happy new year. I pray this year that God Almighty will grant us divine wisdom and guidance as we navigate through these times, and the clarity of vision, integrity and courage to make decisions that will strengthen our great party, the People's Democratic Party, and uphold its foundational ideals. This meeting comes at a time when the unity, focus and direction and ideals of our great party are tested in ways that call for reflection and decisive action. Primarily, let me express my profound disappointment over the crisis currently rocking the leadership of the National Working Committee, as elder statesmen and women, leaders who hold the trust of the generality of our party members and the public. It is disheartening that these issues have not been resolved. The failure to resolve these internal conflicts undermines the strength and credibility of our great party. It is therefore imperative that the National Working Committee rises above personal interests and places the survival and progress of our great party above all considerations. In the light of these challenges, I must emphasize the urgent need for a National Executive Committee meeting, NEC. I again urge the National Working Committee to honor its words and convene the NEC meeting as scheduled in February 2025. It is pertinent to stress that party members across the country are in earnest expectation that the NEC meeting will hold this February. The NEC remains the highest decision-making body of our party, and it is crucial that we convene without further delay to address these pressing concerns. The NEC meeting will serve as a platform to reaffirm our shared commitment to the party, to the unity, discipline, and ideals that bind us together as members of the PDP. As we prepare to conduct our zonal congresses, may I remind us all of the critical importance of electing credible leaders at every level of our party's structure. These leaders will serve as the face and voice of the PDP, and it is essential that they possess the vision, integrity, and capacity to steer the affairs of the party effectively. Let us ensure that the processes are free, fair, and transparent, so that the outcome reflects the collective will of the members. Despite the challenges we face today, let me reiterate that the PDP remains the hope of Nigerians. Our nation has endured years of suffering under the poor policies and governance of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Nigerians are looking to us as a beacon of hope, and we cannot afford to let them down. We must rebuild trust and offer a credible alternative that prioritizes the welfare of the people. I therefore call on every one of us to set aside personal differences and work collectively to strengthen the party. The party has weathered storms before, and I have no doubt that we will emerge stronger, more united, and ready to fulfill our historic mission of leading Nigeria to a brighter future. I thank you all for your continued dedication and commitment to the People's Democratic Party. Let us seize this moment to reaffirm our unity and resolve to restore the PDP to its rightful place as the party of the people and for the people. May God
to welcome us once again, and also to apologize for my inability to be in the last meeting that was held before this one due to certain existence. I want to use this opportunity to assure the BoT, just like the chairman has reiterated, though we have a little crisis within the BMW, NWC. You know, I saw his BMW outside, that was why. So I've asked him to give me the car, but he's still hanging around. The NWC, it's normal. Unfortunately, I want to say this with a high sense of, deep sense of responsibility. Most of this crisis that you see today within the NWC is propelled by our leaders that are supposed to unite us. It's very unfortunate, I would say it the way it is, where people are called, members are called. We all know the working of NWC. Some of you here have been NWC members. I'll be sitting down as the chairman only to see my members called by certain leaders to visit certain places without it being my knowledge. Each one of you, if you are the chairman, you will not find it difficult. And I was to use this opportunity to caution us, caution our leaders. You may have ambition, but you don't ride on a dead horse to reach your destination. If you create crisis simply to further your ambition, you may get what you want, but your dream will not be realized, because by the time you have injured the horse you are going to ride to that destination. And as the conscience of this party, some of us are also complacent. We should really, I like his opening remarks, we should look inward, search our conscience. This party is dear to all of us. It's the only thing we have. The hope of Nigerians today is on this party. So we should seize our swords work towards uniting ourselves so that we'll have a credible vehicle that can challenge what is bedeviling us. NEC, the last meeting we had with the governors forum, we all agree we'll have NEC. And I want to assure you, we'll do everything possible to have this NEC in this February. You are all aware we've started the process of zonal congresses. Even at that, I enjoin our leaders to also be mindful of doing anything that can mar these congresses. It's very important to sound this note, because whatever we do is the structure you are building to hold what you have at your hand. Like you said, we're supposed to bring credible people. We've had congresses recently, about almost 28, 29 states. We have problems in few states. I think we are getting there. I will want to use this opportunity to stop here, since I've seen so many things that I will come back maybe to explain while interacting during the meeting on the agenda. I want to once again welcome all of you. Thank you.
PDP.
Trustees at its 79th meeting today, Wednesday, January 29, 2025, critically assessed the state of affairs of the nation and the party and resolved as follows. 1. The BoT expresses serious concerns over the unresolved challenges facing the party, especially as related to the disagreements within the National Working Committee, NWC. The Board of Trustees calls on the members of the National Working Committee, all organs of our party, leaders and critical stakeholders across board to rise above personal, group or sectional interests and place the stability, unity, sustenance and progress of our party and its ideals above all considerations. In the effort to resolve the current crisis over the position of the National Secretary of the party, which is presently before the court, or courts, if you may, the Board of Trustees set up a committee led by Barrister Tanimu Turaki, SAN, to interface with the parties, study the situation, and report to the board for further action. 5. And that is the takeaway for today's meeting. You know, we thank God for PDP. PDP will always survive. Acting National Chairman assured the Board of Trustees that the NEC meeting, as scheduled in February 2025, will hold. 6. We hold to address all pertinent issues and reaffirm our shared commitment to the unity, discipline, and ideals that bind us together as members of this great party, PDP. 6. On the national front, the Board of Trustees expresses concerns over the worsening economic and security situation, social dislocation, and total sense of hopelessness in the country due to the ill-conceived and ill-implemented policies of the All Progressives Congress APC administration. 7. The Board of Trustees decries the insensitivity of the APC administration towards Nigerians as evident in the unjustified multiple taxes and failure to stem the increase in the pump price of fuel, electricity tariffs, and telecommunication charges, with its crippling effect on the productive sector and unbearable rise in cost of living in the country. 8. The Board of Trustees insists that the APC administration lacks the required patriotism, competence, as well as a proficient, transparent, and innovative governance team to effectively manage the nation's abundant human and natural resources to benefit our citizens. 9. The Board of Trustees demands that the APC administration immediately rescinds all its anti-people policies and takes urgent steps to stimulate the productive sector, create jobs, and revamp the ailing economy. 10. The Board of Trustees condoled the Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Sheyi Makinde, over the death of his elder brother, as well as the Governor of Bauchi, Senator Bala Mohammed, over the death of his stepmother. And finally, for clarity, we want to mention here that there are no security operatives in Wadata House, other than the security invited by the owner of Wadata House in the person of our acting national chairman. Every time you have policemen around, so we don't have any security man here as being canvassed in the media. We are safe. What they wish us to be, the PDP, will never come true. We have that mechanism to resolve our problems. So we are again one good family. You can see distinguished Senator Anyanwu is there. Uday Okoye is also here, and members are here since 11 o'clock. So if we are to remain here till tomorrow, we will still find this man.